Hey, what's going on, everybody? Wanted to do a little off-the-cuff video here on a Thursday morning. About once a month, every 6 weeks, I like to kind of jump on here and do some just kind of what's going on with the vision of our church, what I see God being up to, some upcoming stuff, all that kind of stuff, good stuff. It's so much fun for me to share with y'all. Before I get rolling, would you like this video? Would you share this video on your own personal pages? Let people know what's going on out there. I mean, type in a comment on the bottom, say hi. I love to interact with those of you that are online watching these things as well. But I want to take a minute or two here and just reflect on the season that we're in as a church, reflect on what we see God doing, reflect on an amazing school year. There's only a few more days of our local schools. My college students are already home. As I know, many other college students are finished as well. The university has wrapped up their time. The city, rhythms change this time of year. Even the school, school and church rhythms, right? Everything changes kind of this time of year. But I want to reflect on what we've seen God do over the last few months, what we've experienced as a church, what we are experiencing right now as a church, some of the blessings that we've been experiencing. Kind of where we're at. The other thing that we do as a church is we run our calendar and our financial year June to June as well. And so it's kind of that year wrapping up. So there's so many kind of endings, transitions, and things taking place right now. And so I want to make sure that we just kind of talk together about what that means for us as a church family. So again, like and share this video, comment, interact with me a little bit. I'm going to talk for a couple of minutes, but it's a little off the cuff, no outline today for this one. The first thing I want to reflect on is, man, what a great school year we've had. What a great school year we've had as we've grown together. If you guys remember us doing our Grow series last year, as we talked about setting up standing stones, memory stones, what God has done as we push from one series of 10 years into the next 10 years. We celebrated our official 10-year anniversary this spring. We had an incredible Christmas season this year where, gosh, we just ministered to hundreds and hundreds of people. We had an incredible Easter Sunday this year with 3 services. It was just awesome. We've had some fresh outpourings of God's presence and power and love in our Holy Spirit nights on Sunday nights. We just graduated another class of School of Kingdom Ministry students, and people have gone through Alpha and Rooted. We've seen an incredible uptick in the number of kids and youth in our Next Gen ministries. And last Sunday, we celebrated again what God did on Day of Hope on Saturday. It was only the second one we've ever done, but for 2 years in a row, we're always trying to be a church that our cities would miss if we weren't here. And this past Saturday, we gathered again as Convoy of Hope brought in a semi-truck full of food as we cooked hundreds and hordes of pork chop sandwiches and hot dogs for the community, as we put out a free clothing from all the clothing that you guys donated. We set up a bounce house and had face painting for the kids. And Bright when we came in and gave away diapers and wipes and all that kind of stuff. And then we had, just dozens and dozens of volunteers and booths set up with information for different organizations in the city of how to help people through difficult things that they're going through. It's so much fun to see what God does. I remember the leap we took when we said we're going to start doing Thanksgiving food boxes. It was a small thing, to begin with, just a handful of boxes, 9, then I think 20, then 50. I remember the first time we ever said we're going to do like 100 boxes. It was like, how can we do that? The first time we said we were going to do 200 boxes, can we do that? And now we're almost 400 boxes every Thanksgiving. When we set out to do Day of Hope, we had no idea it would grow as fast as it's grown. We had no idea it would start from where kind of where we're at with Thanksgiving. It started there with hundreds of people right off the bat. And I'm just so grateful for Corey and for her team and for all the volunteers. They literally spent 6 months getting ready for Day of Hope, and it just went so well. I heard so many great comments from the vendors who were out there sharing their vision and heartbeat for the city. So many good comments from guests and visitors who were just blessed by it. I can't believe this is free. I can't believe you guys are doing this. And then some even came and joined us on a Sunday morning and worshiped with us. And we hope more and more those will happen too, so we can present both the practical hope of the kingdom of God and the spiritual hope of the kingdom of God to everyone who comes and is part of our church. And so we're just in a season where it seems like when we open up our doors and we try something, that God is going to show up and do awesome stuff, whether it's opening up the doors on Tuesday nights for classes like School Kingdom and Rooted and We Are Vineyard this summer. Sign up for that if you haven't yet. We Are Vineyard this summer. It's going to be great. 6 weeks, incredible snack for all of us this summer as we eat and we get our protein and get going with stuff in the kingdom. Sorry, an old mentor of mine used to call those high energy snack moments. So I hope it'll be a high energy snack for a month for you if you sign up for We Are Vineyard. Anyway, from opening up the doors to Tuesday nights and seeing discipleship happen and people grow, to opening the doors on Wednesday nights for our teens, and just the incredible stuff happening there. Just reflecting on my own students, inviting their friends to come and be a part of what's going on here, and they've been coming. On top of all that, we just keep baptizing people. I can't say this enough. In the last 25 months, we baptized 88 people. Now, that is not common, friends. The last 25 months, we baptized 88 people. I mean, we're coming in on just an incredible season. Where every time it seems like we say, hey, who wants to give their life to Jesus publicly, show that old life dying and a new life rising up, that picture of going under the water and coming back up. And we got more people interested for baptisms in June. Incredible. God's incredible. The Spirit of God is moving right now in such a way that it's almost overwhelming to us. And I do feel like there's this interesting thing where it's like, how do we catch up with what God's doing? If the wave of what God is doing, I think of a picture of an ocean, right? I know we don't have a lot of those here in Central Illinois, but if the wave of what God is doing is he's crashing into the shore and he's moving powerfully and it's beautiful and kind of things. How do we get on the surfboard and not fall off right now? That's kind of the feeling I have as the pastor here. I think it's sometimes the feeling we have as a team. Is there lots of things that we're planning, lots of things we're scheduling, lots of things we're organizing, lots of people we're meeting with and talking with and praying with and encouraging. But it definitely feels like the Lord is moving in such a way that we're just really trying to hang on to that board and ride the wave of what the Spirit is up to. As more and more people jump into the mission and vision, as more and more people give their lives to Jesus, and we can't do it without you. As we come to the end of the year here, the end of the fiscal year, the end of the school year, our calendar year as a church family. The end of another budget year, our board and our staff are talking and praying about, next year. What are we going to do July to June next year? What's God going to teach and preach through us? What are the outreaches that we're going to do? Is it going to be business as usual? Is it going to be something bigger and different? We're talking through those things right now, and we're going, where are the faith leaps? Where is the stuff that we need to do? God, what are you providing for? And I always love the idea that what God calls us into, he resources, and the thing is, he resources it through us, right? When we planted a church in Greenville, he resourced it through us. When we planted a church in South Africa that starts weekly services this Sunday, Pentecost Sunday, he resources it through us. When we work with our missionaries in Mexico, he resources it through us. When he calls us to give away turkeys, he resources it through us. When he calls us to start a youth group, he resources it through us. When he calls us to do Day of Hope, he resources it through us. When he says, do 3 Christmas services, do 3 Easter services, he resources it through us. When we grow and expand and do more teachings and classes and groups and youth groups and children's ministry, he resources it through us. And I just want to encourage you, he's resourcing it through us. And through us, I don't mean me and Corey, I mean us, the church family. And you're a part of that. You are a part of resourcing what God is doing here with your time and with your treasure. I know that sounds crazy, but it's like, you know what? Everything happens here because of what you give. When we give our hearts in worship to Jesus, it's awesome. and we see, his kingdom come as we worship Jesus. When we give our hearts to belonging to a small group, those groups thrive. When we give our hearts to contributing of our resources, that's tithing 10%, like many of us do, or consistently giving. Yeah, those are the resources we use then to do the things we do in our cities. When we resource the church's mission by dedicating our time to it, it's like, yes, that's when the mission explodes. When we give out to invite our friends and our family and our classmates and our coworkers to church, to experience the kingdom here, to experience God's blessing here. He's doing it through us, right? I mean, everything we do is resourced through us, and I just want to tell you, hey, I want to continue to see what God's doing. I want to continue to be a part of what God's doing, and I'm all in. If you don't know that, I am all in. Corey and I are going to continue to tithe 10% of our income back to this church and give more when there's special offerings, and we're going to continue to give our time and energy to this place with everything that we have, because we're all in. We believe that the churches don't get to see seasons like this all the time, but that if we can steward, which is kind of caretake and hold loosely what God's up to right now, and move where He's moving. If we can steward what God's up to right now, then we could see this be a move that happens for years, not just months, but for years to come. And the way to do that is for us to go all in. And I just pray all of you are in that with me, and you're seeing. I hope your eyes are open. I always pray this for you all, and I've had these conversations with you before, but I pray that your eyes are open to see what Jesus is doing right now. See how He's moving. See how this is a church that is an exciting place to be a part of in this season. Man, I love you all. Praying for you all. As we transition from the end of school in the summer and rhythms change a little bit, I pray that you would not give up the rhythm of worshiping Jesus. Would not give up the rhythm of gathering with your small group or with a class like we are being. You would not give up the rhythm of contributing your resources to extending the kingdom in the city. You would not give up the rhythm of dedicating yourself to the mission of God's kingdom come, God's will be done on the earth as it is in heaven. I pray that you not give up the rhythm of engaging the people around you, inviting them, classmates, coworkers, family, friends, to be a part of the Church of Jesus here in our city. And I pray that the rhythm of life shifts, but the rhythm of kingdom, man, the rhythm of kingdom just keeps going. The rhythm of kingdom just keeps going. And in fact, we're just a side note, we're afforded some really great opportunities in the summer to meet with, to talk with, to be blessed by people maybe we don't normally get to. People are more open to a conversation on a walk around your neighborhood, to a patio conversation or a barbecue conversation. People are more open to, I got nothing going on a Sunday. It's the summer. Things aren't as busy. Many people aren't as worn out. And we're open to a conversation about, I want to come and be a part of what your church is doing, or check it out, try it out. Let me end with this. I not used this stat in a very, very long time, but 85% of people say they come and join up with a church because they were invited by somebody who went to the church. Not by the pastor. That number's very, very low. It's like 5% or something like that. Not invited by the pastor, but invited by the people who go to church there. Because, hey, things we are the biggest fan of, we invite people into. When you have a favorite restaurant, you're like, you should go check this out. When you have a favorite, sports team, you're like, oh, I love to watch them on TV. I love to go to their games. When you have a favorite movie, you're like, oh, you should check this out. Favorite TV show, you should check this out. You got a favorite, band that you like to listen to. When you're having those patio conversations, those barbecue conversations, you put them on your Bluetooth speaker for the night. If this place is a place that you love, if you're a big fan, become a raving fan who shares it with everybody that you know. All right. Love you. Praying for you. It's almost June. New season. But the kingdom is advancing, and we all get to be a part of it. Love you, friends.